You see that? That's Los Angeles. You can see it at a distance from right here at Rose Hills Memorial Park in Whittier, California. Yes, I have made my way back here to Rose Hills Memorial Park in Whittier. This time I'm visiting the final resting place of THUY Trang, who was the original Yellow Ranger in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Hi, I'm Trini, the Yellow Ranger. Being a Power Ranger takes control, concentration, and quick reflexes. It's tough work with Rita's creepy monsters always nearby. I call on the power of the saber-toothed tiger to protect the galaxy. So, catch me and the other Mighty Morphin Power Rangers next on Fox.
She died September 3rd, 2001, a few weeks before 9/11. And so the story behind her final resting place is that she's not actually buried. Her body was cremated, and the ashes of her remains were scattered here in a scattering garden. And right over here is the actual scattering garden. You see there's flowers. Her body was cremated, and she was either released or interred here, or she's interred somewhere around here. There's some wind chimes over here hanging throughout this garden. Trees have things hanging off, little bells. See that? I've never actually been to a scattering garden before. Set up to this fountain right here. So I've been in this location before. Right on the other side of this fountain is the grave of the Dodgers great Tommy Lasorda. So I just walked through that way, and right over here is the other side of the fountain. And you see right there is the scattering garden. And right over here, like I said, is the grave of Tommy Lasorda, famous manager for the Dodgers. And to be quite honest, I knew THUY was somewhere in Rose Hills, but I've never really looked into it. And yeah, right here, yes, he's stumbling upon Tommy. Next to his wife and son. There you see? Thomas Charles Lasorda. It's just crazy to realize, like, hey, these famous people are pretty close to each other without even realizing it. Yeah, let's head over back to the scattering garden. THUY was born on December 14th, 1973 in Saigon, Vietnam. Her dad was in the army, and during the fall of Saigon, he came to the United States. And that was in 1975, and the rest of the family followed, but didn't get here until 1980. They had to take a boat, THUY and her siblings and mother. And that boat ride was pretty harsh. 3,000 people, they crammed in there like sardines. There was no food, no water, and no space for these people that were coming from Vietnam, these refugees. And there was a time where THUY was pretty much looking like she was dead, and these people wanted to throw her overboard, get rid of her because they need some space. And she was actually not dead. She was just, sick and everything from no food. She hasn't eaten in days. And her mom fought for her and told them, like, no, this is my daughter, she's alive. And Yeah, that's crazy. Like, imagine almost being thrown overboard. That's such a crazy experience. And yeah, Thuy had to go through that to get here.
I was born in Vietnam in 1973, and my father was in the Southern Army. So right after the fall of Saigon, he left and he came here in 1975. And my family, my mother and my siblings, we didn't come over until 1980. It was a very, very tough journey, actually. We were on the boat for like 8 or 9 months. A few people died, like about 4 people died. There was like about 3,000 people on that ship.
3,000?
Yeah, and so it was packed like sardine. You know, there was no space and there was no food, there was no water. And for days I didn't eat, and everybody thought I was dead, and they wanted to throw me overboard. Yeah, my mom was the one that fought and said, no, that's my daughter, you can't throw her overboard. Yeah, and she literally just like put food down my throat, and that's how I stayed alive. And I came here.
Look, we have some Christmas ornaments. See that one right here? Well, I wonder how long these ornaments and things stay on these trees. There's some more, but far away from Christmas. Well, still half a year. Yeah, the Power Rangers was such an iconic show. Mighty Morphins was my favorite. I didn't really get into any of the other Power Rangers. I mean, come on, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like, that was the #1 Power Rangers show, especially the movie Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, Thuy was the original Yellow Ranger. How she got discovered, though, was when a family settled here in the United States, they found their way to Little Saigon, Westminster. As Thuy grew up, she attended UC Irvine, and that is when a campus talent scout discovered her in the year '92, and she eventually landed the part of Trini Kwan. She beat nearly 500 candidates for that role, and the rest is history. She got that role and she did it really well.
Hey!
Flexibility, remember?
Oh!
Like about 500 people were there for the part of training. I don't know if they knew what they wanted, but there was like Caucasian girls, black girls, and Asian girls. And it just, you know, by process of elimination, it came down to like 10 girls, and then 5 girls, and then 3 girls, and then I was lucky enough to get the part.
Hiya! Hiya! Hi!
And then these names over here, I assume, are for the people that were scattered all through this garden. I honestly don't know if Thuy's name is on here. From what I read, there's no indication that she was scattered here, but wow, look at all these names. Whoa, that is a lot of people. Some stickers and things people put on the loved one's name. Wow, how would we even look for her? Where do we start? Oh man. Wow, this is very loud in person. Look at it, it's so violent. And the names wrap around over here too. That part is fading. You can still see the names though, but oh yeah. It'll take hours to even see if she's on this wall. Flowers continue over here. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of people. And there's even more space over here, look. Wow, it's just getting started. That's crazy. But yeah, it's just ashes. So you don't need that much space, no burial, nothing. Some dedication plaque right here. September 3rd, 2001. THUY was traveling in a vehicle on the 5 freeway between LA and San Francisco. She was on her way to be a bridesmaid for her friend Angela, who was also in the car. The driver who was driving the car hit gravel, lost control, and car flipped multiple times. THUY sustained fatal injuries, and she passed away while being airlifted to a hospital. And her friend Angela was also injured, and see what happened to her. She became a quadriplegic from those injuries, and the driver did survive as well. And September 10th, 2001, literally one day before 9/11, her cremation took place. It's crazy to think that each and every one of those names scattered all right here. Yeah, that Power Rangers season, or I don't know if it's multiple seasons, but the show Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was the best one out of all of them. After that, I didn't catch on to any of them, to be honest. From the cast to the action, the stories, so iconic. You know, you had Tommy, Kimberly, and the blue one. I forgot his name. What was his name? And then Trini. She was recast after some disagreements. I think it had to do with like some pay. So they did recast her before she passed away. Yeah, the second Yellow Ranger, she was cool. I think, what was her name? Aisha. Yeah, she was pretty cool. Yeah, so the old cast, even when they recast the Yellow Ranger, hands down better than any of the other Power Ranger shows. I don't even know what they do them about nowadays, like Dino Rangers, Alien Rangers. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for me here, Rose Hills Memorial Park, visiting the scattering garden where the ashes of the remains of THUY Trang, the original Yellow Ranger from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, is laid to rest. Wish there was a grave, some markers to show, but there's not, and I'm gonna have to leave it here. Thank you guys for joining me. Take care, God bless, and I will see you guys in the next.
All the people out there, you know, just live out your dreams. If you dream something, just pursue it and do it, because if you put your mind to it, you can do basically anything and everything you want to. I mean, look at me. I mean, I came from a country that was falling apart because of communism, and escaping to America, not knowing the language, and then learning it from beginning, and overcoming that, and where I am now. You know, it just shows you that if you put your mind to it, you can do anything you want to.